So looking at Saturday's forecast, we've got sunny skies expected with a high of 88. Sunshine. Looking forward to that. A little bit different than it was last year around this time for the Springfield Oyster and Beer Festival. Still a great time. However, there was a torrential downpour to kind of start it off. Hopefully we don't see that. To join me talking about the Springfield Oyster and Beer Festival, we've got one of the organizers here. Lauren Stead is with Conn's Hospitality. Thanks for taking time with us this morning. Looking at that forecast, you got to be happy.
Oh, super happy. I mean, last year it was a wet one, but this year it's going to be beautiful, and we're just excited to have everyone out.
So for people who aren't familiar with what the SOB Festival is, as I said, this is Springfield Oyster and Beer Festival, but there's not just oysters, not just beer, there's a whole bunch of things to be had.
Absolutely. It's a 5-hour span of a lot of fun, a lot of drinking, a lot of food. We've got 3 food trucks coming in this year. We've got bands. We've got Me, Myself, and Sky and Off the Wall closing it out. We've got 6,000 coastal oysters and then over 50 craft breweries and 150 different types of craft beer and cider on site.
Do you anticipate that you're going to run out of oysters?
You know what? There's not been one year that we have not run out of oysters. Last year, we thought for sure was sitting on the 6,000 oysters that we had. We're like, oh gosh, there's going to be a ton left. Nope. People stood out there in the rain. I mean, the line to get in was still long. Nobody cared. They came out. They had a great time. And so we're anticipating a lot more fun this year.
Well, and again, it's the Springfield Oyster and Beer Festival. Saturday is when it kicks off. Give us the particulars on when people should get there Saturday if they have tickets. Also talk a bit about, is VIP still available?
VIP is sold out. So I'm sorry if you didn't get them. Maybe next year. But that's a hot commodity. So right now, we have general admission tickets available for $35 online at sobfestival.com, or you can get them at the gate for $40. I suggest getting them so that way you can expedite the cash line and just come right on in. Our festival is cash only, so make sure that you plan ahead. But yeah, go online, get them. You have until Friday at midnight to get those online ticket sales, and then the price goes up at the gate. But you can get it. It's from noon to 5 p.m.
So $35 in advance, $40 at the gates. What do they get for that?
So you get unlimited tastings from all of our craft beer vendors, and you get a free tasting glass and a brewer's guide that explains all of the tastings. Oysters are not included, but you can purchase them on site. It's not everybody's forte, which we totally understand, so we don't force you to have them. But we do have 3 food trucks that you can purchase tickets and get food from them as well.
Well, I'm looking forward to the VIP because there's like a buffet beforehand, so I'm just going to rub it in to everybody. I got my VIP tickets months ago. All right, so I'm looking forward to that. But for those who do have the VIP, what can they expect?
Yep, they get in half an hour early. You get different types of craft beers in the VIP area. You get a special release on the hour from 1 to 4 p.m. You get a buffet curated by our chef at the end at 8:35. You get private seating, private indoor air-conditioned bathrooms. So, I mean, it's kind of a deal.
So yeah, when I heard all of that listed earlier this year, I was like, that's obviously what I need to do. So, but all of this, Lauren, it's not just to celebrate local breweries and the local food and the local people getting together. This is helping out a great cause.
Yeah, it's all for charity. It's for this year's our charity recipient is the Ronald McDonald House of Central Illinois, which if you have not heard about that organization, it's phenomenal. Katie's been doing a lot of work with us this year and helping us with the festival. So we're excited to give back to them and the local kids here and families that need help while their loved ones are getting care at the hospital.
Springfield Oyster and Beer Festival this Saturday. Get your tickets. If people need more information about where they can get those tickets, what's the website?
SOBfestival.com, or they can visit us on our Facebook page. We're constantly posting updates leading up to the event.
So a lot of beer there to sample, and I would imagine that the longer the day goes on, and we saw this even last year with the torrential downpour, there were some of the brewers running out of their beer.
There was, and that usually happens. You know, people anticipate, it's just your typical festival, but it's not. No. People come out, they have a great time, and breweries bring a lot of beer, but people also drink a lot of beer, so we have a good time.
And they bring their specialties,
yes.
Right? And it's a time for you to kind of get that sample going from vendor to vendor to vendor, from brewer to brewer, and really tasting some really unique stuff. Give us a sampling of some of the breweries that are going to be there.
All of your local breweries here in town are going to be there. Buzzbomb, Anvil, Obed's, Hand of Fate, Ingrained, Sangamo, Springfield Beer Company, all your local favorites. But then we also bring in a lot of people from St. Louis, Chicago, Scratch Brewing, your distributors. You've got, there's too many to name, but there's so many craft beers, and a lot of people sit there and say, oh, hey, I don't like craft beer. Hey, you know what? Come out and try it. $35. You get to sample any kind of beer you want, and I can guarantee you will find a beer that you like.
Yeah, for people who say they don't like craft beer, I mean, they must be living in a cave somewhere because craft beer it runs the gamut.
A lot of people don't like it, and that's fine, to each their own. However, I can promise you there is something there that you're going to like, and you're going to keep going and getting back in that line, and you're going to have a fun time.
And you're going to be one of the reasons why that vendor runs out of that beer. Lauren with us from Conn's Hospitality talking about Springfield Oyster and Beer Festival. Again, oysters on the menu, but you're going to have food trucks there, but also there's going to be some live music.
Yep, live music. Live music starts right as we open the gates, and it runs until 5 p.m. Food trucks, same thing. Oysters, you can get them all day. We have raw on the half shell, or we have char grilled, so you can try it. We have all the fixins. Fix them up how you like. Just hang out and have a good time.
Which way do you like your oysters?
I don't like oysters.
What?
I know. I'm one of those people. That's what I'm saying.
My gosh. I mean,
I've tried them. They're just not for me.
No.
But you know what? To each their own. That's fine.
Yeah. All right. You maybe try it with a little horseradish or something. Right. That's why you got food trucks. Absolutely. And plenty of beers. The Springfield Oyster and Beer Festival helping out Ronald McDonald House here in the Springfield area. Lauren with Conn's Hospitality, greatly appreciate you taking the time. We'll see you out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I look forward to it.
All right. It's Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY.